if you got an issue, fucking start today, man. I'm making this video because the past week, honestly, the past 2 months for me has been a little wild. And it's all because I never really, fully understood how complicating my feelings internally was. Not just towards myself, but towards relationships and shit like that. And it's really all because I didn't want to accept that I had real, genuine issues that I had to work on. You know, I've been going to therapy for years now of my life. I've made some progress, I guess, but at the same time, I feel like I've made no real progress because there's not really a main goal. You know, it's just how to cope with my emotions. And for a while, you know, I never really even thought that I had bad communication skills at all. You know, I grew up in a home that, you know, there was really no talking for anything. There was only yelling. You know, there was only conflict, no matter what the subject would be. Even just like trying to express yourself was always just met with this constant yelling and violence and shit like that. So growing up, I guess I never fully was able to share my emotions in, a normal way. You know, I've always felt like anytime I opened up to anybody, there was always like this price to pay for it, or there was always this judgment I felt. Even if the person didn't say that directly to me, I always felt that judgment that I guess everybody always has, you know, towards shit like that. There is some really kind-hearted people, shout out them, but I didn't want to admit that really affected me, you know, yelling and the constant trauma really affected me. And I got into relationships in my life, and for the past few years, I've always heard the same thing about, you know, me being self-centered, and I never really wanted to believe it. There was definitely moments where I've sat down with myself and I realized some of my behavior was definitely like pretty self-centered. I should probably work on that. But I never really knew how bad it truly was until like a week ago, you know? And it was just kind of crazy to really see it in a full picture, I guess. I think besides me having these issues for so long, I think another thing was always just me constantly smoking, you know, blinding myself to all my internal problems, to the point where I was so blind to it that it started affecting, you know, my actual friendships and my actual relationships and the way I communicated with people, you know, and I didn't even really realize that extent of it because I've just been smoking so much. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I've been basically smoking every day for months now, you know, and it's to the point where it even hurts my videos. You know, there's some days where I do want to make videos, but I have no motivation for it. It feels almost impossible to do the bare minimum in some way. And I know that is crazy to say. It's impossible to do the bare minimum. I can still wake up every morning, you know, even if it's a challenge, and I can still do all this shit. But when it comes to expressing my feelings, it feels too hard, you know? And it's weird because I can express... I don't like to express my feelings, really, but I do make everything about myself, which is weird, you know? And it's just been something I've been trying to work on more recently. But it's hard to when you never really had a figure like that in your life to hold you accountable for shit like that, or to teach you how to really try to get deeper with people and understand how they feel. A lot of people have told me I'm really understanding, but maybe I didn't understand them fully, you know, and maybe they overestimated how much I understood them as people. And that's okay. But it's not okay to act like none of this shit actually affects you, because it does, guys. You know, if you have a problem in your life, with that being more internally, address it, you know? Really make a change. Do it fucking today, man. Because if you don't do it, dead ass, you're losing everything in your life. Like, you're losing your friends, you're losing your fucking family, you're gonna lose everything, because all these issues, which are so minuscule, like bare minimum fucking issues, if it doesn't get addressed soon enough, it's gonna spiral into such bigger issues where, you know, I'm where I'm at today, and it's not like I'm going through the craziest fucking issues ever. It's not like, guys, I'm gonna be fucking homeless next week or some shit, but it's like, you know, I don't have a good relationship with my family. I just got out of a fucking relationship. I mean, all these things are piling up on top of me, especially with my addiction. And it really is just a one big snowball. It feels like an open pipe, you know? Just everything bursting out all at once. And I was never really the type to believe that if you hold shit in, it really bursts out like that. But now I'm really seeing it, and it's like, fuck, man. I should have listened. I should have tried to open up. I should have tried. And I really did think I was trying. I think that's the craziest part. For my whole life, I really did think I was doing a good job. I really didn't think there was a major issue, you know, wrong with me, with my communication, you know, with any of that. And I always try to spread love. I always try to spread positivity on this channel. And this is just a video where I'm trying to keep it real for you guys. Why I haven't really been uploading like crazy, because I want to upload every single week, multiple times a week. But I really just don't have the motivation for, you know, for shit, because there's just so much going on in my life right now. But I swear to God, like during the summer, I'm finna make so many videos, and I'm actually making a story time right now. I just felt like this video was really important to get out, because I feel like some people can understand the way I feel, and maybe it could even change somebody's life, you know? Maybe somebody can watch this video and be like, yo, let me fucking actually take a step, you know, because he's right. Maybe not. Maybe you're watching this video and thinking, who the fuck can't do the bare minimum? Fuck you, guy. You know? And that's cool too. Anyways, I love you.